While today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Demon Deacons will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Western Kentucky's offense will get the first crack at it here. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
There are 6 categories.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
That's caught. It's Smith.
Entering play call.
Not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that time with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Formation.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Quickly to the tight end. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Using the spin move. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride the hot hand. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game. In a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Then they strike first.
Entering play call.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm. and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Special
And he puts
teams,
through
they
the
have
extra
7
point.
options.
About to
Return
kick
left
it
is
away
selected.
after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Demon Deacons offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make play,
Fires into traffic, it's picked off.
Entering. Option. Return to hub. Entering. Yes, exit to menu. Entering Dynasty Hub screen. Selected. Ready.
Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. From inside the 15, here comes a return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense takes the field for the first time today. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was in that last one.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down.
Play call,
Touchdown,
suggestions. There are 6 categories.
You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Wake Demon Deacons offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw down.
And he won't quite get there. Boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Entering play call,
progress made there on the short run.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, WKU. The defense with the scoop and score.
Entering play call, coach
Lining up to
suggestions,
tack
there
one
are
more
6
onto that lead.
categories.
And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Entering play call, special teams.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
You have 20 options.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The pull and throw off the RPO. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught in the backfield, it's Claiborne. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
Running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought to the ground, but not before getting it up for the first down.
With the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Caught over the middle. It's Mays. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Claiborne. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Flex phone. Normal, you have 12 options. HD Sting is selected.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score.
Entering play call,
Touchdown Ravens.
coach suggestions.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Options, advantage is selected.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7.
Entering play
They go
call,
83
special
yards
teams,
on the drive
options,
and close the deal with a
selected.
3-yard touchdown run. And here's the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the
Entering
ground.
for overwalk. There are 3 categories. You have
Here
9
comes the
options.
Western Kentucky
Cover 3
offense back
selected.
onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to
There are 3
process and think about.
categories. You have 9 options. Cover 3 cloud is selected.
First down here for the offense.
Audible spread.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young. He's brought down solid. Pick up a little
Entering
bit
play
short of the
call,
first down.
overwalk formation.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a lot of receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's looking for a man on second down. Fires to the tight end. And he surges up
Entering
to the
play call,
36-yard line,
overachieve.
and they'll
Cover
move the
6
chain.
invert.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I
Entering
thought
play
he
call,
had it, but
overachieve.
somehow
There
it
are 2
slithered
categories.
through his fingers.
Finch blitz.
Defense
Mike
is always
SS3.
trying to get some tips. You know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking up the football, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, just keeps firing. This time it's complete. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Time. 3 to 4. Up. There. Cover 3 hard flat.
That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've swapped into the
Entering
field,
play
and we're
call,
ready to
commit.
go in the second.
4, 3. Nickel. 3 to under. There. Cover 3 hard flat.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. The corners are walked up tight. Unloads quickly. Good job running
Entering
that
play
route
call,
to get past
Wilson
the
one.
sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
Spread.
Leaves it with the back. They finally get him on the ground, but the big
Entering
running
play
play
call,
moves the chains
Sam
for the
Mike
first
one.
down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about
Spread.
this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Just a simple power play.
Entering
Power
cover 3 hard flat.
Be strong, be
Formation.
big, be physical.
Time.
Make it a fourth
40,
quarter game.
3,
Make them
3.
feel you, keep them off
Double.
balance.
Up zone. Nickel overload. 3.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Cover 3.
Defensive
Nickel
man, it
ball 3
helps you
thus.
a lot. You could be a
Blitz.
linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the
6,
QB throw
cover
the
1
football.
LD
Now
blitz.
I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
This is the type of
Give
play
pushing.
that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? That's a 20. He's got space. And he found plenty
Entering
of
play
running
call,
room on that one
Devon11239.
before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Works his way down to the 10-yard line
Entering
after a
play
pickup of 3.
Split. FS blitz.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown,
Entering play
Hilltopper.
call. Coach suggestions.
Up
There are 6
and over,
categories.
Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you
Entering
smell it.
play
A lot of
call.
bodies in front of you. Just
Special
get up,
teams. You have 7
get over top
options.
of them,
Return
get
left
that
is
touchdown.
selected.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Zone kick jet.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
On the ground, it's Claiborne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
So I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
0-1 trap.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Power football with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. And the Demon Deacons will move the sticks.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year. But you've got to be able to get push up front. And it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
There are 13 for vertical, seam F angle.
The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs.
42 Spider.
Close.
42 Spider.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Catch in the middle. It's Fields. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they got enough for the first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Slant. Inside switch. Empty and return levels.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll let it fly. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Concept. Medium pass. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 8 options. RPO red Y slide is selected. Play formation. There are 8 I form. Goal. Normal. You have 12 options. HB sting is selected.
And this is a really important series of plays. A chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Wake.
Entering play
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they desperately wanted to attempt the return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback.
Cover 4. There are 10 categories. You have 24 options.
Inside 10 seconds to go, and the half clock reads 9. It is first and 10. Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He wants to throw here on second down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the cross. They make the stop after the catch. There's still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Hilltoppers have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass on second down. He finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make...
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Arkansas is currently up big right now. So much so, feels like we can hear Pig Suey inside our studio. They're up by 20 over Oklahoma. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got the quick completion. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big kickoff and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that.
He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Options, punt to is selected.
Try to get it on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to draw them offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second, but you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
It's a draw. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Medium smash error 14 cat IMT and power at Y corner.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Fields. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Forced out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Usually see better timing between this senior quarterback and his receivers. That one well behind it.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They're going to throw it again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And he makes a completion. They're set up and in business at the 20.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver. You finding that hole, the quarterback goes.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Touchdown, Demon Deeks! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options.
This dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone.
Entering play call, special teams.
And he had the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer now is on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They've changed into the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. And the Hilltoppers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the 1st down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Gets away from one, finds room.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football. I'm like, okay, he's number 3 or 4 on my list of who I think can beat me. But now he does that. Now it puts it in the back of my mind. I got to think about it. I got to stay home. I got to stay disciplined. Nice little curveball by the offense.
The defense wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one, if they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways, they were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Got his man down the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He caught it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. It just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Come on, set.
The aerial assault continues. And he's got it. Touchdown, Topper. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. It's a draw. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Demon Deacons in the hurry-up. He'll try to pop the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And they sniff that draw out. And the draw, you really have to sell that pass like you're going to throw the ball down the field, but the defensive line, the defense was not biting it. You could tell they were ready for it. Came, got on the running back, got him on the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Verticals, 4 verticals, seam F angle.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Coast.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking for a deep man. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it.
Coast. Wheel.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He'll take another shot here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, WKU.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
They've now extended that lead. They're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
Wake Forest, 21.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. You need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. He's looking to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle. It's Fields. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. The Demon Deacons with the 1st and 10.
Short cross. Short cross.
He wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Empty and return.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here with a big lead in the game. They're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Entering play call. RPO alert screen.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside
Short
the 20.
Cross. Short cross. Short cross.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass.